Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going deep on AI in healthcare.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, it kind of feels like we're on the edge of something huge, you know?
Definitely agree, especially with all the advancements happening.
Like we were just prepping for this deep dive
Right.
and looking at this research article,
Yeah.
Impact of Artificial Intelligence, AI Technology in Healthcare Sector,
Hmm.
a critical evaluation of both sides of the coin. Quite a mouthful.
It is, haha.
And then some really interesting points from the Tech Savvy podcast.
Oh, yeah. I listened to that one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, they had some really sharp takes on AI in general. But today, we're zeroing in on healthcare specifically.
Okay, sounds good.
So the big question we're grappling with is this. Can AI really revolutionize healthcare?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is, and both our sources seem to think it can, and in ways we can't even fully imagine yet.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
For sure. Like,
Yeah.
imagine AI diagnosing diseases even better than human doctors.
Yeah. Or helping us find cures for diseases like Alzheimer's that have stumped us for so long.
Exactly. And it's not just future stuff either. AI is already making a difference in healthcare.
Oh, absolutely.
Both sources highlight the incredible potential here, painting a picture of AI making healthcare more precise, personalized, and even more accessible.
And one area where it's already shining is diagnostics.
Oh, yeah, the research article talks about that.
Right. They mention AI algorithms reaching over 90% accuracy in catching early signs of lung cancer just from images.
Wow, so that means it's potentially even better than human radiologists.
Exactly. That's the kind of precision we're talking about.
Think about it. You go for a routine lung scan, and AI flags a tiny tumor that might have been missed otherwise.
Early detection like that could be life-saving.
It really could.
And it's not just lung cancer. The Tech Savvy podcast folks talked about an AI system diagnosing novel coronavirus pneumonia with over 92% accuracy, too.
So AI is really good at spotting patterns that we might miss,
Yeah.
which is crucial for early and accurate diagnosis,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely. And it's not just about recognizing patterns.
Right.
This ability to analyze tons of data also makes AI incredibly powerful for personalized medicine.
So instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, treatments can be tailored to each patient.
Exactly. The podcast gives a great example of this. Analyzing tumor DNA with AI to recommend targeted cancer therapies.
That's amazing. It's like having a treatment plan designed just for you, based on your genes.
And speaking of tailoring treatments, AI is also speeding up drug discovery.
Yeah, I was reading about that.
It's a game changer.
Like traditionally, developing new drugs takes forever and costs a fortune.
Right. But the podcast mentioned this company, Atomwise, that's using AI to screen millions of compounds to find potential treatments.
Even for diseases like COVID, right?
Yeah, they were talking about that too.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about how much faster and cheaper drug development could become.
Right. AI could really unlock cures for diseases we've struggled with for so long.
It feels like we're on the edge of a healthcare revolution, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And it's not just diagnostics and treatment either.
Right.
AI is transforming other aspects of healthcare, like surgery.
The research article mentioned that.
Yeah, AI-powered robots and augmented reality tools that can help surgeons in the operating room.
Like robotic arms that mimic the surgeon's movements, but with way more precision.
Exactly, allowing for less invasive procedure.
Like science fiction becoming reality.
And then you've got things like virtual assistants and remote monitoring.
Yeah, AI-powered chatbots doing symptom checks and even offering initial consultations.
It makes healthcare more accessible and convenient for everyone.
It sounds like AI has the potential to impact every corner of the healthcare system.
I think so, yeah.
But we have to acknowledge that it's not all positive, right?
Oh, for sure.
There are some valid concerns about AI in healthcare that we need to address.
Absolutely. The potential downsides are just as important to consider as the potential benefits.
Okay, so let's dive into those concerns in the next part of our deep dive.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So we've talked about all the amazing things AI could do in healthcare, but I think it's time to get real about the potential downsides too.
Definitely, we can't just ignore those.
And for me, one of the biggest concerns is what happens to jobs.
Oh, right, the whole job displacement thing.
Yeah, if AI can diagnose patients, even perform surgeries, what happens to doctors, nurses, all those healthcare professionals?
It's a valid concern, for sure.
And it's something both our sources bring up.
Yeah.
It's a little, I don't know, unsettling to think about robots taking over the healthcare system.
I get that, but both the podcast and the research article emphasize that AI should be a tool to help, not replace.
Okay, so more like collaboration than competition.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Think of it this way. AI can handle the repetitive stuff, analyzing scans, paperwork, all that,
Right.
which frees up doctors and nurses to spend more time with patients, focusing on the human side of things.
So AI takes care of the tasks, humans provide the care.
And the research article even suggests we need to focus on retraining healthcare workers to collaborate with AI.
So learning how to work with AI, not against it.
Exactly. Doctors could be trained on using AI tools for better diagnoses. Nurses could leverage AI for personalized care plans.
It's like giving them a superpower upgrade.
Right. And speaking of superpowers, AI could also help address healthcare disparities.
How so?
Well, if we're smart about it, AI could help level the playing field in healthcare.
Make sure everyone gets the same quality of care, no matter their background.
Exactly. AI could help ensure treatments are tailored to each person's needs, their genetics, lifestyle, even social factors.
Okay, that's pretty powerful stuff.
It is, but there's a catch.
Uh-oh.
We talked about AI being really good at spotting patterns, right?
Yeah.
Well, that means it can also pick up and even amplify biases from the data it's trained on.
So if the data's skewed, the AI is going to be skewed too.
Exactly. And the research article really hammers this point home.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we have to be really careful about what data we use to train these AI systems.
Absolutely. But it's not just the data itself. It's
Right.
also how we implement and use AI in the real world.
So even if the AI is unbiased, it could still be used in a biased way.
Exactly. Like, imagine an amazing AI diagnostic tool that's only available in expensive hospitals.
Oh, I see what you mean. That would create a huge gap between those who can afford it and those who can't.
Right. So it's not just about the technology, it's about access and distribution, too.
So we've talked about job displacement and bias.
Yeah.
Any other big concerns we should be thinking about?
Well, there's one more that's really important: accountability.
Accountability.
Yeah, like when AI starts making healthcare decisions,
Mhm.
who's responsible if something goes wrong?
Right, like if an AI misdiagnoses someone or recommends the wrong treatment, who takes the blame?
Exactly. And the research article really digs into this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, can AI even be held accountable the same way a doctor can?
Good question.
And how do we make sure there's enough oversight to prevent AI from actually causing harm?
It sounds like we need some serious legal and ethical guidelines for all this.
Absolutely. And those guidelines need to be able to keep up with the technology because it's changing so fast.
It's like we're building the plane while we're flying it.
That's a good one.
But that's why it's so important to have these conversations.
Totally agree. We need doctors, ethicists, data scientists, everyone to figure this out together.
So even though there are some real concerns, it sounds like there are also potential solutions.
Right. It's not about being afraid of AI. It's about being smart and working together.
And in the last part of our deep dive, we'll explore some of those solutions.
Yeah, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of how to make AI work for everyone.
Stay tuned, folks. It's about to get even more interesting. So we've talked about the potential of AI in healthcare and some of the challenges.
A lot to unpack, right?
Yeah, but now I'm really interested in solutions. Like, how do we actually make this work?
Right. How do we make sure AI is used ethically and responsibly in healthcare?
It feels like we're at a crossroads, like we can really shape the future of AI in healthcare.
Definitely. It's not about whether AI will change healthcare, but how.
So where do we even begin?
Well, I think the first thing is admitting this is a really complex issue.
Yeah, no easy answers.
Right. And it's going to take everyone working together: doctors, researchers, tech people, policymakers, even patients.
Everyone has a stake in this.
Exactly. And one crucial step is setting clear ethical guidelines for using AI in healthcare.
Kind of like ground rules to make sure AI always puts patients first.
Exactly. Those guidelines need to cover things like data privacy, bias in algorithms, and who's accountable when things go wrong, transparency, fairness, benefits for all.
I remember we talked about using diverse data to train AI. That seems super important for avoiding bias.
Absolutely. The AI needs to learn from data that reflects the real world with all its diversity.
Otherwise, it just perpetuates the problems we already have.
Yeah. Exactly. But even with good data, we still need to be careful about how AI is used in practice.
Right, because it's not just about the tech itself, it's about who has access to it.
And how it's used. Accountability is another huge piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. How do we make sure someone is responsible when AI systems make mistakes?
That's something legal experts are still figuring out, to be honest.
It's tricky, right? Because AI is different from a human doctor.
Exactly. But we need to start figuring out clear lines of responsibility, like who makes sure the AI is safe and effective, who's liable if it causes
It
harm.
almost sounds like we need a whole new legal system just for AI,
We might, and it needs to be flexible enough to adapt as the technology changes.
because AI is evolving so quickly.
It is, so it's not just about setting rules in stone, but creating a system that can learn and keep up.
And that's where research and development come in.
Absolutely. We have to keep pushing the boundaries of what AI can do, but always thinking about the ethical side, too.
It's like we're on this amazing adventure, but we need to be careful where we step.
It's a balancing act, for sure. And in the end, I think collaboration is key.
Bringing together the best minds from different fields to figure this out.
Exactly. Sharing ideas, challenging each other, and working towards a future where AI really benefits everyone.
I like that. A future where AI helps us live longer, healthier lives.
And where technology brings us together, not divides us.
It's a nice thought.
Yeah.
So I guess the takeaway here is that AI in healthcare has incredible potential,
Absolutely.
but we need to be thoughtful, proceed with caution, and most importantly, work together.
Couldn't agree more. It's about using this powerful tool wisely.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive, and I hope our listeners are walking away with a better understanding of AI in healthcare.
Me too. It's a topic that deserves a lot of attention and discussion.
And that's what we're here for, to spark those conversations and encourage everyone to think critically about the role of AI in our lives.
Because ultimately, the future AI is up to all of us.
So until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking those tough questions.
And thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
We'll see you next time.